Hi guys, I'm Pindili Demu and welcome to my channel. First things first, to everyone who has subscribed to my channel, everyone who watched my previous videos and liked and commented, thank you so much guys, I really appreciate it. And for everyone whose first time it is on my channel today, I really hope you're going to subscribe. I hope you're going to like this video, and also please, I do appreciate your comments. So today I come to you guys somewhat barefaced, no foundation in sight. And that's because today I'll be talking about my Oratane journey. So for those of you who do not know, Oratane is a medication. It comes in capsule form and it is predominantly used for skin. So if you've got acne prone skin or you've got inflammation, usually you get prescribed Oratane probably after trying a lot of other treatment options. Maybe you've tried topical creams, you've tried face washes, then only eventually you get prescribed Oratane. It's not necessarily a medication which you'll get prescribed first time off. So a little background to my skin journey. I didn't necessarily have bad skin. Throughout my teens, I had relatively good skin. I didn't have acne issues, no real skin problems per se. Until I became an adult. Guys, adulting is tough. I became an adult around after I turned about 25. That's when I started noticing that I'm beginning to get some acne. And then once I gave birth, it got worse. It got very bad to a point where I had the big, painful cystic acne. So it was predominantly around my cheeks. That's where I would get it the most, and it would leave very dark marks, and it was very painful. Firstly, I tried the face washes, I tried the ointments, all that, you name it, drugstore, I was there. Clicks, Discam, I was there. I got club card points all the time because I was constantly buying skincare products. Until I decided to visit my GP, he then decided to prescribe for me some antibiotics and then also a topical ointment which I could apply. I was on the antibiotics for about 2 or so months. The acne wouldn't be as inflamed or as painful, but the thing is it would go away, come back, go away, come back in the very same spot. That's when I then decided to go to a dermatologist. The dermatologist I use, his name is Dr. van der Walt. He's based in Three Rivers in the Val. I went to visit him. I basically explained my problem that I had adult acne and I've tried numerous treatments, but it's not necessarily going away. So after making an appointment with Dr. van der Walt, I went through to his practice to pick up a blood work form, which I had to go to Pathcare with. And this was for them to confirm that I'm not pregnant. Secondly, it was to check my liver function as well as other things. So for my first visit, he had already received the results for the pregnancy test as well as the liver function test. And that's when he decided to prescribe for me Oratane for a period of 30 days. He gave me a prescription for 30 days as well as a prescription for contraceptives for that 30 days. For my second visit, a month later, I had to go get blood work done again, but in this case, he was just checking my liver function, whether the medication that I had been taking for the previous 30 days, had it affected my liver negatively in any way, or could my liver handle the medication and the strength of this medication. Once he confirmed that my liver, everything is still fine, I'm taking the medication, everything is going fine, that's when he gave me a prescription for 5 months. He put me on a dosage of 40 milligrams, and how he explained it to me is that I'm on 40 milligrams because of my body mass. The main deciding factor is how bad the acne is as well as my body mass, so that the medication can be absorbed properly. If he puts me on too low a dosage, then it's going to be absorbed too quick. I won't get the best results on my skin. So he did calculations, and that's when he determined that he's gonna put me on the 40 milligram. This is how the 40 milligram box looks. It's in the orange box. So I think it comes in 20 milligrams, 40 milligrams. I'm not sure if there's a dosage higher than the 40 milligrams, but then this is how the 40 milligram looks, and this is the dosage that I am on. So the price factor, for 40 milligrams, I pay about 640 Rand a month for a pack. And then other things to factor into the cost are the dermatologist visits. My dermatologist, his consultations are approximately 800 Rand. So for the first consultation, the second consultation, and then I'm going to have a follow-up consultation, my last one at the end of my treatment. I'm going to have another visit with him. So it is 800 Rand times 3. So that's about 2,400 Rand in dermatologist visits. And then you also need to factor in the cost of the blood work that needs to take place. That's about, I think I spent about 500 Rand on the blood work. The most expensive was really the pregnancy test, and then the liver function, not so much. Other costs that you need to factor in when you are determining the price of your treatment are the products that you're going to need in order to make the side effects more bearable. I'm going to go into the products that I used later in the video. Then you need to factor in those costs as well to get to the final cost of how much the treatment is going to be costing you. Side effects. Some of the side effects that I am experiencing, I'm currently on the 4th month of my treatment. I've been on the treatment for 4 months. So I've got 2 more months to go on the treatment, and then I should be done. Hopefully my skin will be much better. But the side effects that I'm experiencing, the worst of all is the dryness of the skin. My skin is extremely dry. My face, my lips are very dry. My lips are cracking at the corners. I constantly need to be applying ointment on my lips. Otherwise they crack and they bleed. The first month was the worst because your skin just goes from being so oily and breaking out to suddenly being so extremely dry. So my skin all over my body, my scalp is dry, my lips are dry, my eyes were dry in the first month, and even the insides of my nostrils, they were very dry, and this resulted in me having quite a number of nosebleeds. But this was just in the first month. So the only side effects that have continued up until now is the dryness of my skin as well as my lips. Besides the dryness of the skin, another thing to also consider is how sensitive your skin becomes while you're on Oratane. So I remember there's a time where I used boob tape. I applied it on my chest as well, and when I took it off, it came off with my skin. So the skin becomes extremely sensitive, so you shouldn't use anything that is abrasive on the skin. Another side effect that I experienced, but only in the first month, it was my emotions. They were all over the place. I was very moody. I was extremely moody. I was very emotional. I'd be upset. I'd be so upset. But this was just a side effect from the treatment, and it only lasted about a month. Thereafter, I was absolutely fine, back to normal, back to my regular programming. And then for the ladies, something else that you need to consider is the fact that Oratane causes birth defects. If you were to fall pregnant while you're on the treatment, the baby will definitely have birth defects. So it is highly recommended that while you're on the treatment, you need to be on a very strong contraceptive. And if you are to fall pregnant, you need to make a decision of whether or not you're going to be keeping the baby, because there is a high likelihood of the baby having birth defects. The things that I used, these were things that were prescribed by my dermatologist as well. The things that I used in order to alleviate the side effects and make it a bit more bearable. The first thing is to bath. I had to leave the shower gel and I started using the Dove soap. This is the one. I use this on my face, my body, everywhere. This is the only soap that I use to bath right now. And then for my body, I apply the Epimax cream. No Vaseline, guys. Although the medication makes your skin dry, but you're not supposed to use anything that is oily. So I use the Epimax cream. So for the Dove and the Epimax, I think it's wise to buy them from Clicks or Discount, because they always have a 3 for 2 sale on these. But the Epimax, I have used the same one for quite a while. It lasts a while. But then the Dove, it would be a good idea for you to buy it while it's on special, because you get 3 for 2 at Discount and Clicks most of the time. That's how I bought mine. And then when it comes to my face, I applied this Eucerin sunscreen. It is a oil control sun gel cream. This is the one that I use on my face every day. I've started to use this as my moisturizer instead of the regular moisturizer that I previously used. And then on my body, after applying the Eucerin, I also apply some sunscreen for any areas of my body that are going to be exposed. I use this Nivea one. It's got a 50 plus SPF, so it's got a very high SPF. So I think you really want to aim for a sunscreen that's got a high SPF, because being in the sun while on Oratane, you feel like your skin is being fried. Like your skin actually sizzles. And another reason why you need to use sunscreen on your face and on your body, but mostly on your face, is because of the fact that the dark marks while you're in the sun, they keep getting darker. So it's wise to stay out of the sun. If you're in the sun, wear a hat, and definitely always wear sunscreen, so that the dark marks can start to fade and improve in appearance. And then for the dry nose, which led to the nosebleeds, I use nose oil. This you can also get at Clicks. It's just an oil that you spray it in your nose, and then it gives a bit of moisture in your nose instead of your nose constantly being dry. But I only used that in the first month, because thereafter my nose was not as dry anymore. It's just my skin and my lips and my scalp that have remained excessively dry. And then for my lips, I use the Panthen ointment. I definitely cannot survive without this stuff. I've got about 3 of these. One for the car, one for my handbag, one in the house, because I cannot go anywhere without this. I constantly have to be applying the ointment onto my lips, otherwise my lips are going to crack. So if I leave the house and I forgot it at home, I will be turning back to come pick it up, or if there's a Clicks on the way, I will definitely be stopping and getting into a Clicks just so that I can buy this ointment. I can't live without this. I tried quite a number of lip balms. I tried the DCT, which I used before I was on Oratane anyway, but I found that it didn't really penetrate into my lips. So I would apply it on my lips, but I could still feel the dryness under the application of the DCT. So this is the only thing which I have felt so far that it actually moisturizes my lips, and my lips don't feel so dry. So guys, I'm currently on the 4th month of my Oratane journey. My skin so far, I'd say there is a slight, I wouldn't even say slight, there is quite a big improvement on my skin. I'm not getting any more breakouts. It's just the dark marks that remain, but they are fading quite a lot, because previously there was no way I would be sitting in front of a camera without makeup on. But there has been quite an improvement. So I'll do another update when I get to the 6-month mark, just to see if there is even bigger difference, or whether this is it. But anyway guys, if you're having acne problems or inflammation, I suggest you visit your dermatologist and then see what your options are. If you have tried the topical creams, if you've tried the drugstore products and it's not working for you, try to visit a dermatologist or a GP. If you can't afford a dermatologist, definitely visit your GP and see what your options are. If you're a good candidate for Oratane, maybe you can go on the treatment and then try to get rid of the skin problems once and for all. Thank you so much guys for watching. I really appreciate it. So for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it guys. For those of you who've been on Oratane, please do let me know what you guys used to alleviate the side effects, especially for your scalp, because I'm still struggling with my scalp. I don't know what to use on my scalp. I've tried a number of the creams that I've always had, but I feel like my scalp is still very dry. So for those of you who've been on Oratane, please let me know what you use on your scalp. And for those of you who are considering going on Oratane, please do let me know if you have any questions or comments. Maybe I can ask my dermatologist at my next visit. Thank you so much for watching guys. Take care.